We've spoken, we've cried, we've hugged, we've literally done every single thing together. And this is from me to you today. You would live the life more than you have ever dreamed. You would meet real people in your life. You will feel love that doesn't have to be second guessed.
I think it is safe to say that this lady called Dede used the opportunity of Mide's birthday to send a very interesting message and react to all that Mide may have said about their friendship. This lady called Dede. Guys, so it was Mide's birthday yesterday, and while everybody was giving their own message, I did not know that, Dede will play this game of going this route to react to all that Mide may have said to her when it comes to their friendship and how it has gone. But I would like to dissect all the things that Dede said when she wished Mide a happy birthday. The things that people understood and the things that probably did not understand. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking the Big Brother Naija Show season 10. 10 over 10, no zero, no minus, 10 over drama, 10 over love, 10 over confusion, 10 over basketballs and everything in between. Guys, first of all, I've missed you. I was a bit under the weather, but I'm back. Let's quickly talk about the whole Mide and Dede situation and the things that probably you may have missed. But before I talk about that, it may seem as though the plans of Isabella to break the whole Bright Morgan and Mide ship might not be successful, and that's because Kola had to kind of like rat Isabella out. I would say Kola and culture. So in case you do not know, right? Isabella had already said it after the Saturday night party. Isabella was having a conversation with Sultana and Big Soso, and she was talking about the fact that Brett Morgan was moving to her somehow, and she kind of like likes the guy. So Sultana and Big Soso were like, "See, babe, make your shots, make your move, do what you can. I mean, we are all playing a game." And while Isabella may have been saying, maybe I will, maybe I will not, Sunday's eviction show comes, and Ebuka was like, "Isabella, it seems like you've been hiding behind the whole Kaikumi, you miss him and all of that. We're not seeing more of you. Like, what's happening there?" She said she would do better. So I think after Ebuka would have said that, right, Isabella would have said, "You know what, I will make my move with Brad Morgan. I will see, is either I break their ship or I just make my move with Brad Morgan because I actually like this guy." But unfortunately, or will I say, the script was flipped when Kola was having a conversation with Brett Morgan, or I think Mide heard something. So Kola was like, "See, I don't like problems, so I already have issues with Dede about what I said with Mide and everything. I don't want any problems with Mide. Let me go and sort myself with Mide." So Kola carries himself to Mide to tell Mide that, "See, Isabella came to me and she told me that she wants to move to your guy. I don't know how you think about it, but I just want to tell you that she told me, so that tomorrow people will not come and say, 'Oh, you were having a conversation with Isabella, or you knew this thing.' So I want to clear myself about this whole situation." So while Kola was telling Mide about this situation, right, Thelma was in the picture, and Thelma was like, "Oh my god, Isabella, I wouldn't have expected more from her. That's how she is, that's the kind of person she is," all of that. And then Mide, in our own defense, was like, "See, I already knew about this. I've already heard things about this. Even the likes of Culture had told me, Culture does not stay in one place. Culture would always reveal secrets and all of that." And then I was like, "Hey, yeah, for Isabella." So while they were talking, unfortunately or fortunately, Isabella also heard that these guys already have an idea of her plans. So she went to go and meet Big Suso, like, "Big Suso, this is what these guys are talking about." And Big Suso was like, "See, why are you bothered about it?" She said she's not bothered. She just bothered about the fact that she only told Big Suso and Sultana about her plans. So she's very surprised that people already know about it, especially Mide and Brad Morgan. So Big Suso was like, "See, it's not a big deal. Please just play your game. Let it just go." Brad Morgan also goes to Culture. I mean, it's so dramatic. Brad Morgan goes to Culture and he's like, "Culture, what's going on?" and everything. So Culture was trying to explain that, Sultana is my girl, Isabella is also my girl, so I can't really rat anybody out. But anything that happens actually happens the way it will happen. The game is a game and all of that. Now we now go back to the birthday party. I can't really say whether or not Isabella will not continue with her plans to go for Brad Morgan, looking at the fact that Brad Morgan I talked to Mide about it, they've discussed about it. Brett Morgan made a card with the likes of Rude Boy and Mensan to celebrate his babe in the house and all of that. And while they were all talking, Big Soso is like, "See, this guy has a babe outside. I mean, anything that happens in this house happens in this house. So let everybody just play their game." So, but I'm not sure if Isabella would like to move on with her plans with Brad Morgan because she already knows that she has been ratted out and she doesn't know if she's going to play that game. It will be very interesting to see whether she's going to dance with Bright Morgan later on, or if they're going to still have a thing. Now, talking about Mide's birthday party, you know, the houses have been living this whole bare minimum kind of lifestyle for the week, because that's the theme. I mean, they are living outside, they're sleeping on mats, they are using stoves, they are using pots. I think it's a manual iron to iron their clothes. Their laundry are inside the pool has been emptied. Like, they're just living in the bare minimum. So Big Brother has been playing a lot of old school music and all of that to give them the whole vibe of village or back in the day kind of vibe, the lanterns and everything.
I can't sleep on the bed. This big brother, I need some way put like a mock or
So it was time to celebrate Mide's birthday. Everybody was taking turns to celebrate Mide's birthday, like saying their wishes for Mide. Then it was time for Dede, and honestly, I think everybody was waiting for it. So Dede starts. She was pantsing. She was moving from one place to another. She starts by saying that first of all, she was looking forward to Mide's birthday because she already had like an episode to give to Mide or to say to Mide. However, because she has gained clarity on some things, she would rather go the route she's going. That was the first thing she said. So she goes on with her wishes, and then she says something about
you will feel love that doesn't have to be second guessed. And most especially, you would learn to love yourself more than you ever have.
I hope you find love that doesn't have to be second guessed. You know, when, for those who do not know, during the eviction show, Ebuka exposed the fact that Mide had a conversation with Kola about how Dede was the one that wanted their friendship, how Dede was the one pushing for their friendship because of apparently Mide said that, right? So Ebuka was like, could you like to like clarify all of that? And it really did take Dede aback. So while Dede was giving her comments on Mide's birthday, she talked about the fact that these girls, like, they've known themselves outside the house, they knew themselves from the audition. And if you watch the show very closely, you see that Mide's mannerisms and Dede's mannerisms are almost the same. So she thought that they were always like on the same page. But now that she has understood what's going on, she just hopes that Mide finds love that does not have to be second guessed. Mide also gets to love herself, like self-love. And that's because, you know, there's always this argument of who is more prettier and everything. And how Dede was going on and on. Mide just kept on staring. Mide just kept on going back and forth saying amen and everything. But if you're very smart and you're attentive, you know that this girl has already passed a message that, see, I wish you well, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to give you the freedom. I'm going to push for the friendship anymore. But I hope that when you see love, you recognize love. When you see real friendship, you recognize it. You don't feel threatened. You don't feel small. You don't feel like somebody is forcing themselves on you because they are showing you love. And I was like, wow.
Happy birthday, Mide. Thank you.
Nah, Dede's game in this house and the way she reacts to things has to be really studied, guys. But when it comes to what she said to Mide really needs to think about it. For all those who have been watching, you will notice that Dede has given Mide a lot of space, and I guess that Mide is going to be seeing a lot of drama going forward because Dede is that kind of girl. And of course, Mide did ask her, she said, Dede, are you angry? And Dede said, of course I'm angry. But you know, Dede, sometimes when it comes to reactions, it's the way she usually reacts to things. But I believe that all the things that Dede would have loved to say, she said during Mide's birthday. It's only for the smart people, especially Mide, to now say she's going to decode and say, oh, this is the thing, or this is what Dede is saying, and then either find her way to probably reconciling with Dede, who doesn't really care, or moving on with Bright Morgan. But you see that Bright Morgan ship and Mide, I don't know how far it's going to go, but let's just watch and see. Well, guys, that's it when it comes to the whole Dede's message to Mide. Very subtle, very direct, yet very deep. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. I got you more right here on this channel. Till next time, remember to enjoy every moment.